Still looking at me. Why?
Yo, what's up guys? What's good? How are you doing today? Good afternoon and welcome back into another reaction video. It's your boy, the multitasker, Mighty Avenger, the one and only Mr. Avenger, Mr. M.A. or Mighty Son, at your service. I'm doing all right. It did rain not too long ago, and damn, it was really pouring down that fast. And even though the sun finally came up, crazy and yet typical Monday here in Kentucky. But however, happy Labor Day to every one of you out there, because I know some of you just wanted to take that R&R so bad, because I do as well. I didn't do much yesterday, and I just simply relaxed. And even though that I did miss out on All Out event, that was last night, and because it was movie night, but I did hear some details that went on, such as Jade went all She-Hulk mode, and yet still undefeated. The Elite, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks won of their very first trio tag team belts, and that goes for Toni Storm being as the new interim women's championship, and CM Punk regains his belt as a two-time, but almost to the end, everything went faded, and that the mysterious Joker reveals that it's freaking MJF, and I'm surprised that he would come back after months since of that epic, I wouldn't say as a promo, but an outburst of the agony of defeat, and that calling Tony Khan as a effing mark. But that sounds like to me that his contract got being renegotiated. But one thing is for certain, that this is far from over between him and CM Punk, because it looked like the rivalry has been renewed, and it's going to be focusing on the AEW Championship. So that's all I know about that. But other than that, we'll see exactly why Max came back to the company. That's going to be for this Wednesday. But that's pretty much it. So there are still few things that I missed out on that was this past weekend. Well, more likely that happened that are new, that was yesterday. So I am going to get a chance to take care of that. But first things first, it is that time for Death Battle episode, because they're back with a new season, and the start off is James Bond versus John Wick, the Boogeyman, Baba Yaga. So this is going to be a very interesting to see, because I am too familiar of these two individuals, especially to Mr. Bond and so many of the classic films, that all the way from the era of to Sean Connery, Roger Moore, Timothy Dalton, Pierce Brosnan, and of course Daniel Craig, and all the good movies, especially GoldenEye, that I mostly remember because it was the best film of all time. And if not, the title to the N64 was the best game. And no offense, but they need to remastered and, well, yeah, revive and just simply remastered. It doesn't need to be remake, but still, I just wanted to go because, I mean, just using with a golden gun it's an easy kill. You know what I mean? And John Wick is a badass in his own right, because when it comes to hand-to-hand combat, and with so many arsenals, including a number 2 pencil that you would kill a guy, that's boss level shit right there. But I don't know. This is going to be a very interesting one indeed, because I did leave a post that was yesterday to see which of the two is going to walk out of this fight. And yesterday, it looked like that it's going to be a big win for Mr. Wick there, but it's still kind of a little closely to being that even. And some of you may have a different opinion that Bond is going to win, because he's got the arsenal and the gadgets that used it as the advantage against with Mr. Wick, and you're probably right there. But we don't know that yet. So let's go ahead and take a look at this episode, and let's begin. And maybe that you are right that Bond could win, or John is going to win. But either way, I'm still going to respect both of them in the end because they're both good. I mean, what else to say about that? But nevertheless, let's go ahead and get right to it, and let's dispense all this talking. So without further ado, it's time to react.
James Bond, the world-famous secret
The
agent
G of
007.
MI6.
John Wick, the legendary hitman who did the impossible.
Whether they fly solo or operate on behalf of the government, the world is filled with professional killers of all shapes and sizes.
But which one of cinema's super assassins is packing Parabellum, and which one will live to die another day? He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. From the shores of Crab Key to the crap stables of Casino Royale, from Russia with Love to Moonraker at the edge of outer space, no
Those
man
are
has
some
saved
good
the world
movies
more
that I
times
mentioned.
than Bond.
James Bond. He's the OG action hero, the slickest Scot there ever was, the coldest warrior of the swingin' 60s.
After a climbing accident in the French Alps took his parents,
So he's
young
42.
James studied abroad and graduated to the
Royal
Ministry
Navy
of
Commander.
Defense, just in time for World War II.
He rose
Vesper.
through
Oh,
the
okay.
ranks, quickly becoming a commander of the Royal Navy. And when you
Alexa,
find the thing you're good at,
delicate-
in his case, wanting murder, never
Stay
do it for free.
still.
So,
Really?
After the war, James decided on Her Majesty's Secret Service and became a special agent of MI6. And they were so impressed, he was given his first 2 state-sanctioned assassinations. With this baptism in blood, Bond was granted the legendary 00 status and a license to kill with impunity.
As the premier defender of the West, Agent 007 is a jack of all trades when it comes to kicking commie ass and terrorist ass.
Yep.
And basically everyone's ass for the past 60 years. From the novels to the movies to the comics and games, he's been rebooted.
And
tons of
there was
times,
also
but they're
a
all
comics
still
origin that
Bond is a
I
master
I've
of
seen, but I
infiltration,
didn't own it.
disguise, acrobatics, driving, diving, skiing, boating, climbing, horseback riding, airplane pilot, swordsman, knife fighter, knife
Yeah.
thrower, people thrower.
The-
And
yeah,
deadliest
it's
of
a
all,
lot of things.
gamer.
There's
Bond
a lot of
carries
things
his
that
classic
Bond
Walter
can do.
PPK, among the world's first successful double-action semi-automatic pistols. While it only carries 9 rounds, its small size makes it optimal for concealment.
And a microdermal sensor in the grip coded to Bond's fingerprint means only he can fire it.
It even comes with unique ammo that breaks apart upon entry and creates 8 exit wounds, traveling like a bullet but hitting like a shotgun.
Damn.
Especially deadly considering Bond has the golden eye of an expert marksman, able to take out a room of armed guards in a single second, or shoot the fuel tank of a helicopter from
I was
a
thinking
speeding
of
boat
the
a
golden
quarter of a
gun
mile
when
away.
when
He's
Wiz
just
said
as deadly
that.
disarmed.
I thought he
Bond
was talking
combines
referring to
multiple
the
martial
golden
arts like
eye.
judo, boxing, Krav Maga, Muay Thai, and Jiu-Jitsu, allowing him to keep up even when outnumbered.
This mix of styles is likely the Welsh self-defense system known as Goshinkwai, which is taught by the modern
Goshinkwai.
Special Air Service.
Though that all pales in comparison to his
Okay,
greatest ability.
that explains that fighting
Banging,
style that he's
laying
that
down
utilizing.
pipe. He's so proficient at seduction, it actually feels more like a superpower.
Look, we're not kidding. He once seduced a female assassin sent to kill him so thoroughly, she threw herself in front of the bullet meant for him. She knew him for less than 2
Damn.
minutes.
Yeah, sometimes Bond does stuff I can only describe as superhero shit. Look at this. So why not follow that impulse and give him some superhero gadgets too?
Developed by MI6's resident quartermaster, Q, Bond's spy gadgetry often complements his knack for problem solving and quick thinking.
He's got a pen that'll explode after 3 clicks and disarm after a 4th, an Omega Seamaster watch that can shoot a laser beam, a cigarette that fires a miniature rocket, and C4 toothpaste that can be remotely detonated. Probably a safer bet than that pen, especially if you're a compulsive clicker like me.
That's from Golden
Wait,
Eye.
was I on 3 or 4?
You are
He
an
also
idiot.
occasionally wears a lightweight bulletproof vest, as well as a garrote wire for quiet kills and a grappling hook hidden within his belt pocket.
That's only the semi.
That's a whole lot, man.
He's carried earbuds that give him super hearing, X-ray shades, ultrasonic cufflink grenades, a stun gas keychain, a cell phone taser, exploding remote-controlled drones, a nanosuit that turns him completely invisible, and a frigging jetpack. You've got
A fairly classic and old one.
Thunderballs to piss off a crazy Scot riding one of those.
But But his greatest weapon is the one, the only,
His dick!
the Aston Martin DB5.
Oh, I thought we were still talking about him.
No.
This absolute beauty isn't just good looks. She's
It
packing
is
front-mounted
a-
machine
it's
guns,
a-
oil
it's a
slicks,
very
smoke
sweet one.
screens, and of course, the ejector seat. Oh, and good luck trying to break in. This baby is insanely bulletproof. Like, just look at this. It won't stop.
Nope.
Still going.
It's so
going.
it's so
You have
vintage.
provided numerous vehicles over the years with ever more insane features, like a submarine transformation,
I don't remember
light-bending
seeing that.
holograms, and a remote control built into Bond's phone.
Ah, just look at him, living his best life. And why wouldn't he? He's a globe-trotting ladies' man with the UK Treasury as his personal credit card. He's got the world in the palm of his hand.
But for some, the world is not enough. Though Bond's iterations may vary, one thing remains throughout. Behind that debonair smile and British wit is a broken, soulless shell. A man only good for killing.
I guess it's no surprise that a dude who smokes up to 70 cigarettes a day and routinely drinks enough to enter a coma might have a death wish.
Now, James wasn't always like this. Not long after getting his 00, he found love, and loved so much
Okay, I remember
he
this
left
one.
the Secret Service behind.
But there are some lives you can't escape, and some lives you can't save, no matter how hard you try. Sometimes
In the
all
end,
that's left
you
is
can
to
save
kill
the world
love
all you
inside
like,
you
but
until all that matters is revenge.
any women
There's
that you
no denying
fell in love,
Bond's psychopathic
they don't
tendencies.
get to see
He's
the,
killed
at the end
hundreds of enemy
of the
combatants
sun.
over his career and might just enjoy the act of torture.
But what makes me respect him is he never forgets a pun afterward.
All that hate and regret wrapped up into one man with nothing to live for. The perfect assassin for a dying empire.
Bond is strong enough to hold his own against superhuman henchmen like Oddjob and Jaws, who can lift
Oh,
a
I
van
remember
off the ground.
Jaws. He was the most
Blasted by a steam
intimidated
missile, falling
of the
100 feet into a river,
villain
and
of all
having his
time.
eggs
I mean, he
scrambled.
doesn't say
At
much,
its best,
and
he's
yeah, he's
even
got
fast enough to
those
dodge
big
gunfire nearly point blank
metal
and
jaw
missiles
like that. It's
while in
it's so
free fall
intimidating.
and still shoot people. This is the superhero shit we were talking about.
Time and time again, he's outsmarted criminal masterminds like Dr. No, Goldfinger, and
Dr.
Scaramanga,
No.
the man with the golden gun.
Ah,
He's even
Christopher
bested
Lee.
the worst of them all, his arch nemesis, the international terrorist, Blofeld.
In 2 different timelines, no less. And plot twist, in the second, Blofeld was Bond's long lost adopted brother.
Yeah.
Which, if I recall correctly, also happened in Austin Powers. But that's why we love the old Scottish so-and-so. Who else could escape a giant space
I
laser
still would
by
like to
kite
see
surfing
that
on a
if
tsunami?
Mike
What
Myers
more can we
would
say
bring
about
back Austin
007?
Powers
He's
just
got
for
the
one more
best job
time.
in the business, and nobody does it better. You ever just screw up, like really badly, like make the worst mistake ever, so bad you're just for the rest of your life?
Yes. Let's lay out a hypothetical. You see a car that you like, but its owner won't sell. So, you follow him home, beat him senseless, steal his car, and kill his dog.
The dog his beloved wife gifted him after she died very recently. So yeah, pretty big mistake.
And this man, well, he just happens to be the single deadliest assassin in the entire world.
He may be called Baba Yaga, but he's not the boogeyman. He's the one you sent to kill the goddamn boogeyman, John Wick. So yeah, that's one pretty huge mistake.
The
Yeah.
full story of this specter is almost non-existent, but rumor has it he was trained by the Ruska Roma crime syndicate from a young age, before moving to America and making a name for himself in its criminal underworld.
Terrifying enough to scare the living daylights out of even the most hardened murderers.
Wick is a master martial artist, combining several schools into an all-purpose fighting style that focuses on maximum efficiency with minimal effort.
Almost no one who has fought him directly has lived to tell the tale. So which specific forms he practices are for his eyes only. So why don't we look at the martial arts used to prepare for the movies by everyone's favorite immortal, Keanu Reeves.
Reeves combines
G.
Sambo, Aikido, Judo, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for defensive joint locks, throws, and wrestling moves to avoid as much damage to himself as possible while using
I
his
am
opponent's
amazed
own
that
moves
he
against
that he
them.
So
studied
his go-to
all
is
these
Krav
forms.
Maga, which is designed to take all the
I
best
mean,
moves from
maximum
various martial
effort.
arts to make the ultimate fighting style.
While most martial arts are designed with other purposes in mind, like exercise, Krav Maga's entire goal is basically murder.
And boy, if that isn't Wick to a T. In his hands, literally anything can be a deadly weapon. Knives, swords, books,
God.
his belt. Shit, he wants to go.
Yep, the pencil. God, that still hurts.
And thanks to John's precise understanding of the human body, he can target weak points and vital organs with ease.
But thanks to the Continental, he doesn't have to rely on writing utensils to execute his victims.
Imagine a chain of hotels around the world that serve as a front for a whole underground society of assassins. He can consult the wine steward's robust selection.
Pistols, revolvers, submachines, assault rifles, shotgun, plastic explosives, it's all on the menu.
Though Wick prefers his Heckler & Koch P30L, a polymer-framed semi-automatic handgun that holds 15 rounds of 9x19 parabellum.
Which he wields like an artist does a paintbrush. Wick can empty entire rooms full of enemies before they can blink.
Damn.
Once even taking out 7
I
armed
guess
guards
I guess he is sort of like an artist, just
almost never missing a shot, and that includes
hitting the right part and just it paints everything that is all that's red.
You can bet he's taking it.
And he comes literally dressed to kill with his perfectly tailored, tactically lined suit jacket that is completely
Simply just going out in style.
Even
yeah.
repeated gunshots from close range do nothing to him.
It also helps him blend into the shadows for some sick stealth kills, and even disappear in plain sight like the goddamn Batman.
Wick eventually joined the Tarasov
In a way,
mob
yeah.
and quickly became one of their top enforcers, a grim reaper who hunted their enemies.
Oh
with
yeah,
terrifying
there's
prejudice.
also the John Wick
Maybe this angel
Hex the
death was
game.
more human than we first thought. After years of being a
Okay,
badass,
what are you
Wick wanted out of the
doing?
mob to get married to the love of his life and retire. Wow, I wonder how that first date conversation went. Man, she must have really fallen for him. I guess he put the ass in assassin.
So his boss gave him an impossible task. He could leave if he wiped out every last one of the mob's enemies in a single night. Which he did, because human or no, he's still John Wick.
Okay, can you
And
stop
he lived
that?
happily ever after. Well, until his former boss, his snot-nosed son, screwed up. Like, really badly.
Badly.
Great job, Theon. You never miss.
That wasn't just some dog, but a semblance of hope. The opportunity to grieve unalone. His last
was a
tether
kid, it was
to
a cute
happy
pup.
life. So Wick was back with a vengeance, prepared to kill every last person that got in his way until the whole of New York's criminal underworld had been raised.
It still gets I get chills when it comes to impaling to the top of the dome.
Bodies in his wake.
God damn.
100. Running into him is like seeing the sky fall. You're going to die. There's no escape. He survived being stabbed, rammed by cars, shot in the stomach, blown up, mutilated, and knocked off of a 10-story building, all within a fortnight.
Oh, and somewhere in there he found the energy to trek through the Saharan desert. And it's not
That
like his
actually
injuries from
happened.
The previous movie had time to heal, or the ones from the movie before that.
We cannot emphasize this enough. John Wick is
I
unstoppable.
mean,
He's strong
what a
enough to toss
crazy
around full-grown
endurance that he
men,
had.
snap bone, and body slam 2 assassins through a bulletproof glass floor.
Wick absolutely annihilated his former Tarasov employers, the Neapolitan crime family, Kimura, and fended off an international army of assassins attacking him at random, one after the other, every few minutes.
Even after being declared excommunicado by the Continental, bereft of his former resources, he killed every last soldier sent after him by the High Table.
With barely a quantum of solace to rest. Like we said, completely unstoppable. Outgunned, outmanned, it doesn't matter. John Wick lost everything in the world that meant anything to him, and that means he won't stop killing until there's no one left, or he dies trying. And
God,
good
I hate when it
frickin'
comes to
luck with that.
up close.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the
All
data
right.
for all possibilities.
It's no time to die for a death battle!
Okay, very cliche. Oh, wait a second.
Is not one to be taken lightly. Be careful, 007.
We're going 3D, aren't we?
And
Oh.
happy hunting.
Your concern is always touching, Q. Vodka martini.
Okay,
Shake. What's
like a PS2
What can I get you, mate?
graphic
Drinks are on me.
quality?
I prefer to be alone.
Unfortunately, I wasn't asking.
Okay,
Baba Yaga.
okay, with Daniel Craig,
Now you can
obvious.
come with me, or we can do this here.
Killing isn't permitted on company grounds.
Lucky me.
Yep, here we go.
Seems you've got me at a disadvantage. You won't mind giving a dead man walking one last smoke?
What does MI6 want with me?
Your reputation precedes you. I'll be sure to keep up.
No, you won't.
I had a feeling about that. Ooh, shit. Ooh. Okay, I hear the clicks.
To be entirely honest, I lost count.
Bringing his car and doing it with remote control. He's done for it. Too close. Oh! Guys. Oh, that's right, because his suit is bulletproof. Oh my, oh shit.
What comes around goes around, as they say.
Cheesy.
Yeah.
Damn.
Bond, come in. What's the mission status?
Smashing. Positively smashing.
Oh, do grow up.
KO! I never thought Wick could lose, but I guess I'll never say never again. Though his skills and brutal tenacity would have saved Wick initially against
Never
James
say
Bond,
never.
You only live twice.
You mean once, right?
I know what I said.
Well, despite all that, Wick met his match in Agent 007.
And match is the optimal word here. Wick may have been an expert martial artist, but Bond has actually practiced several
Not
of the same
specialized in
styles Wick
assassination.
has, and has been shown to be just as
Okay,
skilled a
yeah,
fighter,
he has
even
faster
defeating
reflexes, a
master martial artists
good
himself.
aim,
Wick's ability
wider
to shatter a
variety
floor
of
bulletproof
opponents,
glass definitely
clever
makes him
problem solving.
superhumanly
Yeah,
strong,
yeah,
but
that's
Bond
right.
has fought off similarly powerful henchmen in the past.
And while Wick's speed and accuracy with the gun may look unbeatable, Bond's is just as impressive.
He's landed accurate shots just as well as Wick ever has, but more importantly, he has a faster quick draw.
That's right. Despite being played by Neo himself, Wick has never dodged bullets. Bond, on the other hand, has. And that superior speed gave him an edge in both close-quarter combat and on the draw.
Though since both had body armor, the fight probably wasn't going to be won by guns alone. And that's where Bond held his biggest advantage, his gadgets.
There was no way Wick would see an exploding pen or a laser watch coming. And
Right.
that's the whole point of Bond's gadgets. They're seemingly normal, everyday objects that'll take his enemy by surprise.
Given time, Bond has always used these to come up with game-winning strategies, even against numerically superior foes, especially with his more absurd technology like the invisible nanosuit and remote-controlled explosive drones.
Wick's endurance might be mind-blowing, but he isn't invincible.
He can keep fighting even on death's door, but the deadliness of Bond's trick weapons would not have given him that
He definitely
option.
had the
Diamonds
John
are
definitely
forever,
has that
but against
has
someone
that
just
crazy
as skilled with an arsenal
adrenaline
straight
rush
out of
that
science fiction,
keeps
Wick's
him
luck
going.
Definitely wasn't. Bond may have been the spy who loved me.
Will
but
you
against
stop
Wick,
doing that,
was
man?
Going to live and let die, and you can bet tomorrow never dies. Nailed it. Look, I just had to fit the last few movies in, okay? Oh wait, shit! I forgot about Octopussy.
The winner is Bond. James Bond.
Ah, good, good. Well, looks like you guys are right. From Barton to your boy Sparkle, and you definitely got a few points there, and which that Bond can utilize his gadgets against John, which that he didn't see that coming, but not just his gadgets, but his reflexes and his accuracy in aiming is very high caliber than John is. And even though that he could take the dish out the pain, take the bullets, and that he definitely has that kind of obscured of a high zero pain tolerance, but he's not James Bond. And with so much skills and years being with the MI6, and he's the type of a man of the jack of all trades, and that he could also solve any problem when it comes to situations that he's being back cornered, and he always have a way. So that's one of the reasons that mostly that he has the upper hand, from of the remote control to his car, his watch that fires lasers, and let's not forget that his aiming. But this was such a close stalemate there, but it was a pretty decent fight. But in the end, Bond always is going to walk out and will always have his martini that is shaken but not stir. And yes, if you're wondering if I haven't heard about that there's going to be a fourth movie of John Wick, yes, I did. And I did hear that Donnie Yen is going to be casted in that movie. So I'm just waiting on for the full trailer to see of who else is going to be tagging along with this one. But it's a long time coming. But the Boogeyman is coming back, but not in this fight. So I'm sorry, but it was a good one. And now, Black Adam versus Apocalypse, that will happen in the next 2 weeks. So that I cannot wait. But what did you think of this fight? So I would like to hear your thoughts and your opinion of the outcome of that fight was, or that you wish it could have been turned out things would be differently. And if you did, leave a like and also leave the comments down below, and I will catch y'all in the next video. So take care, guys, and be safe.